Hello everyone, we're back. Season 5 of Kountryfried Outdoors is well underway. If you've not seen it yet, I really suggest that you guys take the time to watch our opening day video that we put together. It followed a short film type of format and is called Only So Many Stops. Spoiler alert, there is a little bit of success in that video. So if you've not seen it yet, don't worry. We'll put a link down in the description to get you straight to that video. And also, it'll be a tagged video at the end in our closing screen here. So stay tuned for that and make sure you check that one out. But we are here today to talk about the continued success of our archery season as we move forward into the following days of the opening week. Stay tuned.
Let's deal with the valley. The hills kept the same. But don't you know, you got wild blood running through your veins. You're the leader of the wolf pack with the power of flame. Don't you know, you got wild blood running through your wild blood.
Here's living proof of it.
veins.
Oh God, that's hot.
So with opening day out of the way, and I'm still chasing those freezer queens. With one doe down in Tuscarawas County, I'm heading over to Harrison County now to see if I can't get another one to put in the freezer.
We're here in Harrison County. See if we can't get on another doe. Start refilling that freezer because we definitely ate the deer last year.
So this is October 2nd. I head out to sit on a hot oak tree that is sitting along a fence line. It's acorns. It's October. If it's not ag, you need to be focusing on those acorns because they're dynamite, especially if it's a hot tree that's dropping, and this one was. Sure enough, there's a doe that appears. She kind of catches me by surprise because I'm expecting the deer to come from my left to my right. She's coming from my right to my left. But she hangs out there, she feeds, and she eventually starts to work her way. And instead of coming back across to me or coming across to my side of the fence where I've got more acorns for her, she ends up walking catty corner away from me and out of my life. And that is the last deer that I see that evening. So I get packed up, head back. I got a plan to come back to the same farm, not the same location, same farm though, the next day, which is October 3rd. Hello everybody, it is October 3rd. The opening week of Ohio's archery season is still going strong. We're heading out for another hunt. So far we have one deer on the ground. Opening day we connected with a nice doe. We're going to be sitting into another section of a Harrison County farm overlooking a soybean field, and some oak trees are dropping in that field to see if we can connect with another doe or maybe have a good observation sit to see on what some of the buck activity is, if any, right now. So stay tuned, could be a good one. Bye. I get set up in my tree and the afternoon is moving on. And have you ever had that moment, you know, you're sitting there, you're waiting for deer, all of a sudden you hear a tractor kick on, right? Well, sure enough, property owner makes his way in with a tractor. He's got some crops that he's going to plant. He's got a seeder with him with a color pactor behind it, and he's making a few strips through. The property owner worked the land for about 30-40 minutes, and he was on his way to his next chore. And the field was mined once again. Didn't really matter though, because it wasn't until just about dark when two does started to make their way down to me. Unfortunately, the wind has now started to shift a little bit, and I feel it hit me in that back of the neck, that one dreaded moment that every bow hunter hates. And sure enough, that doe picks up on my scent. The lead doe does. So her and the doe that she's with makes her way down to the tree line, and they just stop. Finally, not the lead doe, but the doe that was with her apparently got impatient and decided to make her way to the acorns. As soon as she gave me the clear shot, she's in about a 20-yard mark. I get drawn. I get a good anchor. I release the arrow. I hear a thwack. She runs off. Just a dead sprint, her and the other doe. They get a good distance from me. I can hear one of them snorting, very staccato style snorts of warning snorts. And I'm like, deal's done, right? 20 yards, deal's done. Walk out to where I shot, and I'm looking for my arrow. And it's not there. So I started looking for blood. I found blood. Was not finding the type of blood that I thought I should be finding, given the shot that I believed that I had made. I lost blood. So I ended up backing out, and we made a decision that we were going to go back out in the morning to pick up the trail. And I'm glad that we did. I'm really glad that we did. The daylight helped a little bit. It was a slow track, though, because we were tracking small bits of blood, little bits here and there, find a speck here. We're 170 yards, 180 yards, pushing 200 yards from where I had shot her, and I'm starting to get a little nervous now. The blood was really good there for a second, and then there was my arrow. And not too far from it was a bed that she had bedded down in. We picked up the trail again where she had started to walk, where the direction that she originally had started to go once she got out of her bed. And unfortunately, the trail just came to an end. There was no more blood. So we did the next best thing we could, started to grid search land that we had access to. But unfortunately, we never did recover that doe. It's not what we want to see happen, but it does happen. And we'd be kidding ourselves if we said that it didn't happen. Collected my arrow and left to go lick my wounds and decide if I was going to come back out, which I did. And I went back to my other hot oak tree on the fence line. Earlier in the evening, I should say, a couple hours before last light, a young buck comes up and is hitting that exact same hot spot that doe went to 2 days ago. So there's definitely something there. He's there, he's eating. He eventually gets spooked back into the tree line where I'm assuming he came from, and that's really the last I've seen of him. It wasn't much longer after that doe reappeared, and this time she's coming from where I expected her to come from, and that's from my left to my right. But once again, she's on the wrong side of the fence. As she keeps walking along that other side of the fence, I'm like, she's going to walk completely out of here again and not come over here. But luck would have it that there's a small trench, and the deer use it as a way to crawl under the fence. And sure enough, that's what she does. She crawls under the fence and starts eating acorns on my side of the fence. And now it's just a matter of time for her to give me a shot because she's working right to me. Also, it wouldn't be a hunt with me if something didn't go wrong. And well, today's hunt, well, I didn't have my big camera with me. So she eventually turns and gives me a good quartering to shot. I draw my bow. I get anchored. I start to aim. She moves again, this time to face me. And I got a good aim, good anchor, pulled through my shot. Shot broke. And that new Sever 1.5 hybrid performed flawlessly. Through the shoulder, exit the other side, buried in the dirt. She scampers off, makes a dead sprint from where I shot her, and wham! Right into the fence. And that was it. What I didn't know was there was a good buck that had come out into that hot corner or somewhere in that hot corner over there. And then eventually him, that buck, and a few other deer worked their way out of the field, which gave me the opportunity to get down on my tree, pack my stuff, go grab my truck, come back, take care of the doe, get her loaded up, and then off to Cunningham's we were to get her processed so we can get her in the freezer. And that's it. That's gonna sum up what our opening week has been. So we're on the board now with 2. We got a few more to go yet. I want to thank you guys for joining us on the journey that has been Kountryfried Outdoors. The channel is growing. It is, every day or every month or so we get a few more subscribers. Cannot thank you enough for your guys' support. Can't thank you enough for your likes on the videos, and I can't thank you enough for your comments that you guys leave. And until our next video, may you guys have the courage to fail, but yet the humility to learn. And as always, we hope you stay safe out there. And we'll see you on the next one.